In this video, I will show you how to use the Nslookup command line utility to troubleshoot and diagnose name resolution issues. So let's jump in and take a look at some examples here. So this command is built into Windows. There's no need to download or install, trigger anything. All you need to do is pull up the command line command prompt and just type in Nslookup. To view the help menu, just type in Nslookup and then hit the question mark, and you'll see all of the available command line options. There's a lot of options here, but there's really only a couple things that I find useful. Debug is useful at times, the set option, and then the query type. If you want to query a specific type of DNS record, you'll use the set and query type command. And then the server command is also useful if you want to set Nslookup to use a specific DNS server rather than the one it defaults to. So let's take a look at some examples here. Some of the most common DNS records that you'll probably have issues with are the A record, which is the domain to IP, the reverse DNS record, which is the IP to domain, and then the MX record, mail exchanger record, is the record that looks for the mail server. So to query the A record, you would just type in Nslookup and then the domain name, and this will find the IP address that maps to this domain name. And there you can see it defaults to your DNS server that you have specified on your NICs, on your network interface card. And you can see this command returned these two IP addresses for that domain. So let's use another one, and I'll use a website or something that's not local on my network. And there you can see it returned the 67.225.134.33 address. So that's looking up the A record. You know the domain, and you want to find the IP address associated with that domain. So the next example, let's look at a reverse DNS lookup. So you know, so you have the IP address, but you want to know what that IP address maps to. To do that, you would just type Nslookup and then the IP address. And hit enter, and there you can see that IP address maps to this Google domain. One thing to note is this command won't always return a domain. Not every single website will have a reverse DNS record created. Many do, but there's a lot that do not. So just keep that in mind. You may not always have luck finding the IP address that maps to a domain name. So the next one will be the MX record. And again, this is the record that points to the mail server that accepts email for that domain. To do this, it's a little different. We have to use that set command to tell Nslookup what type of DNS record we want to use or look for. So we would do set space Q equals and then MX. Hit enter, and then type in the domain that you want to find the MX record for. Hit enter, and here you can see it has found these mail servers for that domain. It's found 3 of them for the gmail.net domain. Okay, so now see how to use Nslookup to verify DNS records. Let's look at a specific example of how we can use this to help troubleshoot name resolution issues. So let's say we've got a website that's not loading. User calls help desk and they can't get to yahoo.com. So we can verify that it's not working. So let's check and see if name resolution is working properly. So I will do an A record lookup. Let's type the Nslookup command and then the domain. You can see it's returning back this 12.2.3.4. I don't know if that's correct or not, but one way we can test this is to use a different name server to see, since my domain is not responsible for yahoo.com, I don't really know if that's correct or not. But since it's not loading, I may suspect there's an issue. So let's have Nslookup use a different name server and see if it gives different results. So to do that, we would type server and then the name server we want to use to query that domain. And I'll use Google's public DNS server. So now, if I do yahoo.com, you see it returns different IP addresses. So that kind of tells me I've probably got something, an issue going on with my local DNS server that's causing that. And we can verify this by using a reverse lookup. Again, this may not work, but we can verify that, try to verify that yahoo.com, that these are the correct IP addresses that map to that by doing a reverse lookup. So if I do Nslookup and then the IP address, you can see that its name resolution does go to yahoo.com. And if I did that with the other address, let's see, what was it as 12.2.3.4, 12.2.3.4, you can see that it's non-existent. So that tells me that these are correct and the 12.2.3.4 is incorrect. So I've got an internal DNS issue with yahoo.com, so I need to go look at my local DNS servers and see why yahoo.com is mapping to this 12.2 and correct that. So that's just one example on how you can use, well, 3 examples on how you can use Nslookup to help troubleshoot client issues and help verify and troubleshoot a local DNS issue versus an external DNS issue. If this resolved, a lot of your DNS settings, it may forward to an ISP. So instead of using Google's, you could specify your ISP's DNS server and compare that versus Google's. So it may not be a local issue, but it could be an ISP issue. I've seen that several times where the ISP has got a bad cache in their DNS and it's causing some name resolution issues. So that wraps up the examples in this video. I've got more examples in the text-based version of this tutorial on my website, so definitely check that out if you want to see more examples. And thanks for watching.